York's classic rock, Q1043.
There was an important court case that was settled yesterday regarding Woodstock 50, and we have in the studio with us one of the principal partners in Woodstock 50, Gregory Peck. Hello, welcome.
Good morning, Jim.
And Michael Lang is on the phone. Now, Michael Lang, of course, the chief organizer for the original Woodstock and now Woodstock 50. And Michael, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Now, the original Woodstock 50 years ago, you had a mess to straighten out, 3 weeks out?
Actually, about 4, yep.
And you managed to pull it off somehow.
So now you got to relive history.
I mean, didn't you? I'm trying to think of 50 years ago. Didn't you lose the place where it was supposed to happen, and you had to find it?
We had been working at a site in Wallkill for 3 months, and then they passed a law kind of preventing us from doing it, but just about 4 weeks before the festival.
So this kind of mess is tradition.
It is. It is.
Right.
But we don't plan it this way.
Well, obviously there's a great deal of confusion because one of your big financial backers, a big partner, announced to the world that the whole thing was off.
Yep.
And then we heard from you, Michael, that it wasn't off.
Right.
And then we heard from them, well, yes, it is. It's off. And then you said, no, it's not off. It's going to happen. And then it all ended up in court. And what was decided yesterday?
So yesterday the judge decided that they did not have the right to cancel our festival or to remove the money from the bank, frankly. And that was what we'd been saying all along. It was just such a bizarre move for them to make when clearly the contract prevents it. So,
but the news story I have here says that the financial backer Dentsu does not have to return the $18 million that it took from the festival's account.
That's not something that's yet been decided. The judge definitively ruled in our favor. Woodstock 51, Dentsu lost. The judge definitively ruled, and we're very grateful to Judge Ostrager. He ruled that they did not have a right to cancel the festival and that the festival is happening, which it is, which we're thrilled about. It's moving forward. And as far as what happens legally is something that we're still working out. But right now we're producing a festival and we're excited it's happening.
So when will the tickets actually go on sale?
We expect... Go ahead, Michael.
We're trying to prepare as quickly as possible. We need to get a few more things in place so that there's no false start. But we're working to get that done, in a matter of a week or so.
Well, you need permits. You've got to work on the infrastructure.
A lot has been made about the permits. The fact is we actually essentially have the permits, and right now it's mainly an administrative matter. We're changing our production company, so you have to actually just physically change the forms.
Mm-hmm.
But the city and the municipalities have offered us a conditional permit, and we expect to have it soon and be in a position to go on sale.
And it's scheduled for August 16th, 17th, and 18th in Watkins Glen. Now, the performers, I mean, among many, many others, the announced performers are Robert Plant, John Fogerty, Santana, Jay-Z, Imagine Dragons, The Killers, Greta Van Fleet, Dead & Company, David Crosby. Are they all still in?
All the talent's still in, yeah.
Everybody has been very patient with us. We're so grateful to everybody for taking our side in this and for staying with us.
Now, I think I read somewhere, Michael, that you said the artists have been paid.
Yes, the artists have been paid 100%.
Okay, so it's not like you just made a deposit with them. They're paid.
100%.
100% funded for the artists. Okay.
Well, that's an important piece to have.
That's
Yes.
that's an important piece of information. So basically, what we're talking about here that still is to be settled is logistics.
Right.
Well, we've actually done a tremendous amount of planning. It's sort of been made out that we've only got 3 months to go and there isn't enough time. We've been planning this for 18 months. We have everything ready, and we've actually started paying vendors and having some of the infrastructure move to be in place. So we really are going to be building out the site in Watkins Glen throughout the summer leading up to the festival in August.
Now, is the idea that people will camp there?
Yes, it's a camping festival basically, and most people will camp.
Like that big one they had for a couple years remember that one in California, Shelley? Remember with the big name artists and people went and camped? Remember just a few years ago? You were talking to me about it the other day.
Well, there was a bunch I was talking to you about.
Do you remember?
Well,
Which one specifically are you talking about? They have a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it was Roger Waters, Paul McCartney. Remember?
Oh
They
yeah,
had-
the one where
Desert
Led Zeppelin turned down what was it, $16 million
yeah,
to
something
join.
like that.
Desert Trip.
Desert Trip.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The camping thing worked out very well for them.
Well, camping has been, part of the festival scene forever. It's not like they don't exist. I mean, Bonnaroo is all a camping festival, and Coachella has a big camping component. So this is not unusual.
Well, Coachella has a luxury camping component too. Seeing pictures from there, the campsites looked fancier than the Regency Hotel. I mean,
Well, Michael started this 50 years ago.
I know.
Woodstock in,
I know.
1969. That had somewhat of a camping component.
Yes, somewhat. I mean, Michael, this whole thing, the confusion surrounding this festival must just have been driving you nuts.
Of course, it was terrible that we had to go through this and so publicly, and frankly, it was just we picked a partner that had good intentions, I think, but we're so unfamiliar with what this business is about and how it works that it just became very difficult.
But this court ruling yesterday is definitive.
Absolutely.
It's definitive. It's going to happen. It's not going to be a back and forth.
It's definitive in that Dentsu did not have the authority to unilaterally cancel the event.
That's
right?
correct, yes.
That's the legal wording.
Yes, they ruled in our favor.
Well, what happened, Michael, when you woke up one morning and saw all over the media that your festival was toast?
I was immediately shocked, as was Greg and all of us. I mean, everybody was blindsided by this. It was the last thing in the world that we expected. We were scheduled to have a call with everybody just to do a budget review, and all of a sudden I hear your festival's canceled, and my immediate reaction was, no, it's not.
Well, this truly blindsided us. It was a shocking thing to hear. It wasn't valid or authorized, and fortunately, this is why you have lawyers. Sometimes I picked up the phone and called a good friend of mine, Mark Kazowitz, who's our attorney, and he's been tremendously helpful. Helped us get to this point where we can now move forward, and we were able to win the ruling yesterday.
Okay, so is there any estimate as to when tickets will go on sale, how much they'll cost, how many tickets you will sell? I mean, or is that still up in the air?
No, we're still looking at a capacity of 75,000, and we're going to go with that because of the time element. As I say, we're going to try and be on, at least announcing on sale within the next, week or 10 days. Everybody's been waiting for this ruling. I mean, all of the investors that we've been talking with who are ready to close our arrangements have been waiting for this as well. So we just have to move everything very quickly, and we have an amazing production partner coming in. I can't discuss who it is yet, but when that's announced, I think everybody will be really pleased. And it's just now we just have to work a little faster.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim, much has been made about sort of the financial situation here and predicament. We needed this ruling. We needed to have clarity with our financing partners going forward that we can produce the festival without any questions. So now that we have the ruling, we're moving forward to closing on financing for the festival. So there's no issue with
Because that raises the confidence level for the investors.
Yes,
because of the
like,
court ruling.
Like buying a house, you want it free and clear. Title to be free and clear, and that's essentially what the ruling gives us.
Well, we look forward to hearing from you in a week to 10 days about the ticket sale date.
So will you call us and let us know?
Yeah.
We will, of course, and I just want to mention that we want to thank our sponsors too, who have stayed with us through all of this. and our NGO partners. It's been very gratifying the way people have rallied.
Are there any that you would like to specifically name?
Not at this time. We'll make an announcement.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we wait to hear from you.
All right. Well, Michael, thanks for getting up
Thank
early
you.
and spending some time with us this morning. And Greg Peck.
Thank you, Jim.
What's besides organizing? This thing. What do you do for a living?
Well, my day job, so to speak, is I'm a hotel owner and developer. I own a hotel in Beverly Hills called the Crescent Hotel, and somehow I met Michael, thankfully, and I don't know how I'm sitting here doing this, but now I'm involved in a music festival, which is Woodstock. So,
all right.
Yes.
And you were probably too young to go to Woodstock.
I'm 44, so
yeah, you were way too
Yeah.
young. You weren't born yet.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Michael,
Thank
and
you, Michael.
thank you, Gregory, for spending time with us
Thank you,
this
guys.
morning
Thank
here
you,
at
Greg.
Q104.3.